Mini truck time. It is Friday. I've got the rest of today, which it's like already maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I've got the rest of today, all day tomorrow to get done what I got to get done. But my wife, we've both been working out. I've been doing that squat challenge, and it's killing me. But anyway, today's my day off of doing squats, and then tomorrow I got to do 100. Anyway, she's doing steps in the truck, and she's doing a workout. Well, she wants one at the house. Well, I've got all kinds of scrap. I've got 2 sawhorses back here, and I've got various scrap wood in my bed. It's sitting back here too. For this project, skill saw, drill, tape measure, pencil, and some wood screws. The one that they had on the internet, it showed to be 14 inches wide, 14 inches deep by 24 inches wide. So I grabbed my stuff. I messed up on how wide, so it's actually going to be 23 inches wide. I went ahead and cut everything, and now I just screw everything together. There we go. She got a workout step. See, it's 6 inches high, 14 inches deep, 23 inches wide. I might put some rubber on it, but I'm going to ask her first, because this might be good enough. We don't have to cover it with rubber. All right, on to mini trucks. All right, everybody's been wondering how these levelizer valves work. Okay, this is coming from my airline in the shop. It goes into right here. This is the supply, and then that goes out to the suspension, as you can see. Now, there's air in it. Now, as the suspension moves, you'll see if this goes up, it lets air out. It goes real slow, but it's going to let the air out. Now, if this goes in the other direction, down, it's going to add air to it. It's nice and easy and slow. So that way, when you're going and it's moving, it's going to be adjusting it all the time to keep it at the right level. So what I'll do is I'll mount this on the front side, and it'll get mounted to the lower link bars. And then that way, when it's moving, it'll be able to adjust it the way it's supposed to be adjusted. Like I said, it's not fast. It's very slow, so your down is not going to be that bad. And it's supposed to be slow because it's not supposed to adjust your suspension very quickly. It's just supposed to adjust it so that when you hit bumps and whatnot, it'll automatically add air. If you add weight to the rear, it will add air to the rear accordingly and bring it back up to height. I got to make me a bottom plate. All I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it this size, which this is 2 inches by 4 inches. I'll drill a hole here, and then I'll just set this right up on top in the center of that bar like that. And I'll drill a hole here and I'll drill a hole there, and I'll be able to run my bolts in from the top down. There's a gap, so I've got enough washers to fill that gap so that it can sit right above the metal and float. That's what I'm going to do right now. Alright, got them cut. Now all I'm doing is I'm taking a small can and I put them right there like that, and I outline it on the edges, and then I'm going to take my grinder and I'm going to grind off those corner edges so I can make it look a little pretty. And see, like I said, using that, I rounded them off so that they look like they were made by somebody else. No, so that they're made by me. So anyway, okay, so now I'm going to see if I made everything right. Alright, here's my assembly put together. Like I said, I had washers because I don't want to have to do a big old hole in the center of it. So that's all put together right there. And then what it'll do is it'll just weld on right to the link bar right there. Now, the way I'm going to have to mount this up, I was going to do it straight up and down. Only problem is that it comes above there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to angle it. I'm going to angle it all the way to here. And I'm made up some templates. Where are they? Here's the templates. This will be able to go right at an angle right about there, and then I'll put a corner piece right there, which there's the wedge And then here's the other piece for the side there, and that'll make it structurally sound. And then from there, which will be right about there, I'll be able to put a gusset from there down, which will help to reinforce the entire upper bag mount. Oh, there's my pieces. I got that one mocked up for the passenger side. Driver's side's already done. I got it welded on. It's not like real pretty. I'm okay with the way it turned out. Like I say, it comes in at an angle like that. That's where the shock will be there, and then I'll weld it on down there at the bottom. The other piece that I made. I'm gonna go ahead and get this other one on, but like I said, once I get the shock in there and mounted, then I'll be able to measure for my gusset to go from here down, and then that'll reinforce the upper bag mount so that it doesn't flex or bend, and then flexing and bending would cause this to break as well. So there we go. Check it out. I wanted to show you guys this. Had a baby ladybug land on me. Might be a boy. I don't know. Dang, I need more light. There we go. See if we can get it in there. Boom, that thing is tiny. Sorry, I was doing cocaine, and that's all I had to put on my arm so that you guys could see the size of it. It's so tiny. Never seen one that tiny. Okay, back to work. Alright, so I got both sides welded on. Now I am positioning the shock so I know exactly where to mount it down there at the bottom. I've already got that one on. It's going to move back and forth just a little bit, but the rubber bushing at the top will help it so that it can make that little bit of a movement. So, alright, let me get this side welded. Alright, I got some black satin, that way I can cover it all up again, make it look all more uniform. But there's the gussets right there, and then there's the shock tower, and I made that one there. Now I need another set of bushings because I only have one set. For some reason I can't find the other set. So I have to go to the parts store and get that, but I wanted you guys. Went and got I couldn't find those kind of washers. All they sell is the regular bushing kit. So I went ahead and got some flat washers for the bottom, and then some regular washers for the top. And then that's now what my rear shock setup looks like. Now I just got to mount that, the rear brake valve, which I've already got that set up. All I got to do is make the mount, weld it in, and then the gas tank mount. Alright, and now that's mounted up too. All I did was I basically made a big T, and you know how I do that. Make a template, and then I made my bolts. I went and got some grade 8 bolts, and mounted that up. So that's on there. I bent that just so now it's bottomed out at this point. See, it doesn't have much farther to go. I can adjust it by undoing a bolt right there. But anyway, that's done. I gotta get that painted. Shocks are done. That's done. Let's see how it moves. Alright, here we go. That's the third time I've mounted that camera up right there. Don't say nothing about my short shorts. Alright. Tear it up. Goes up a lot slower now that the shocks are on there. And that would be full lift right there. Go down. Going down. Oh, that's pretty. It's so pretty. All right, I'm gonna get it from a different angle. Alright, well, it's late Saturday night. That's my setup for now. Still got to run the brake lines up and over, basically, just to connect to the brake valve. I got to run my fuel lines. I got to mount my tank. These are stuff that's going to have to be done in the next couple weekends. I'm going to make sure I get this done. You can see how I built that up off the top. Everything's bolted up. Everything's where it's supposed to be. Everything moves the way it's supposed to move. So I'm really happy this weekend. I did some pretty good progress. I wanted to get more done, but you know how that goes. And my truck's still dirty. Alright. So here we go. 94 Toyota pickup truck. Shocks and rear brake valve have been mounted. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and leave comments down at the bottom if you care to leave a comment, and give me some thumbs up for some nice and placed shock mounts. I'm happy with them now. I can't wait. I'm steps away from getting this thing and being able to drive it around. I jumped on it. I mean, I raised it up where at ride level and jumped on it, made sure it wasn't going to go crazy. So, all right, hopefully I'll get some stuff done next weekend. Until then, thank you very much for watching.